The 2011 Boston Marathon has now closed out in record time. It's gone from, being able to register almost up until race day, to registration closing out a couple months ahead of time, to last year the registration closed in November, just a few months after registration opened in the first place. And now this year, registration has closed just in a matter of hours. It's taken less than a day for all 25,000 spots, not counting however many are reserved for the charity runners, to be filled. Now, this is a problem that Boston isn't alone in facing, and they do have one unique solution that they could use, which is just to tighten up the qualifying standards in order to prevent people from registering so fast and for so many people getting into it all at once, and then that would give a wider window for people to be able to get into the race. But that's not really a viable option, I don't think, especially because the Boston Athletic Association has already come out and said they don't have any interest in changing the qualifying standards in the near future. So I don't think that that's going to happen. But one thing that they could do, and this is something that's available to any race that has this crazy, everybody comes on, registers at the same time, and causes the site to go down, and it's just this, not so much who can get into the race, but who's the quickest at typing in their information and then hoping that they can get their credit card charged. And that solution is, don't open up registration, almost a year in advance or half a year in advance of when the race is actually happening. Wait until, a month or two beforehand, so that the people who are registering are people who are definitely going to run. If you have somebody registering today that wants to run the race, next April, that's a fair amount of time for them to get injured or to decide that that's not going to really fit into their schedule, or for them to decide, oh, this really isn't in my finances. Just wait until a lot closer to when the race is going to happen, open registration then, and then even if you still have this mad scramble of people trying to get into the race, at least it's people that can actually run the race, and that they're not going to just have to hope they're still able to make it come race day. And then for those people who did get injured and know that it's just not going to fit into their family schedule or whatever the case might be, at least they won't have wasted the $150 or whatever it is that they're charging this year for entry into the race. Now, I recognize getting the cash flow earlier is a lot better. For the race directors, knowing how many people are going to be in the race is a lot better, and it just makes it easier to say, okay, well, we've always opened on this day, so we're just going to continue doing it. But realistically, they know the race is going to sell out, especially for races like Beach to Beacon and the Boston Marathon, which sell out every single year. Why not just open up registration a little later? It'll be more convenient for everybody involved. And it's really not that much extra work for the race directors. I understand that you're going to have to print up bibs and things like that, so maybe it's only 3 months in advance instead of 6 months. But still, it would make it a lot easier on the target market for who's going to be coming to the race. So what was your registration experience like? Was it a good experience, or as a user, were you frustrated by the site being down, or by having to enter your information in multiple times, or were you locked out and not even able to get into the race? What suggestions would you give to them that we haven't covered here? Can you think of anything that they could do to make it a better user experience for the runners, or is the system okay the way it is? Let me know what you think in the comments below.